Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope this year brings lots and lots of amazing opportunities in your life and you release whatever is holding you back from living a fulfilling life. Alright, so today we are going to do something really amazing. This I have never tried on others, but it is one of my personal guidance mechanism that I always follow for my own self. So what you have to do is you need to find out your sun sign, moon sign, and the rising, which is also called ascendant or lagna. Okay, so if you know all three, very good. If you know just one of them, that too is fine. So if you don't know, please go ahead, do that homework and come back and watch this video. If you know one of them or all of them, that's really good. So you'll have three messages for your own self, because I'm going to find out for sun, moon, rising, which is also called ascendant, which is also called lagna. Also, on an addition, in case you know where your Venus is in your birth chart, that will be an added advantage for you. So you'll have four messages for yourself. Okay, I repeat it again. Even if you just know your sun sign, which is based on your date of birth, that's perfectly all right. Having that one message is amazing. The whole idea is, please trust the divine process of bringing this video to you and you watching this video. That means your soul wants you to listen to something that it is craving to tell you. Okay, so have that faith. And in case you wish to book your personal reading, you can drop me a mail at info@mysteriousbox.co.in. Also, at the end of the video, I am going to pull four cards for fire, earth, air, and water life elements, which correspond to these zodiac signs. And you can they'll be your additional messages. So just to help you out with an example, supposedly your sun sign is Scorpio, your moon sign is Aquarius, and your ascendant is Virgo. So Scorpio being a water sign, you will have Scorpio, Aquarius, and Virgo as three messages. And at the end of the video, you'll also consider water sign message, because you have Scorpio in your chart, Aquarius, which is the air sign, and Virgo, which is the earth sign. So you'll have three additional messages for your own self. So I leave it up to you whether you consider that or you don't consider that, but you will have six messages. Okay, so let's go ahead with our reading. For the reading, I'm going to use my Tree of Life tarot, which is based on Vedas and Upanishads. And at the end, I'll be using Keepers of Light Oracle, which is for the life elements. Okay, so I'll keep mentioning against each of the zodiac signs which life element they correspond to. So have a pen and a paper with you before we start, so that you can note down the bold points and then compare for your own self. And it's a timeless reading. It is what your soul craves for. And this is one of my personal guidance mechanism that I'm sharing today. So, and if you're watching this video, that means it's not a coincidence. Okay, let's go ahead with Aries. So Aries is a fire sign, and Aries is a fire sign. What is your message? Ardhanarishwar, Temperance. So Temperance is a sign of perfect balance between masculine and the feminine, divine masculine and the divine feminine. So Shiva and Shakti. Okay, they are totally balanced. We all know about Ardhanarishwar. So Aries, you need to have that balance. You need to acquire that balance. Probably your soul is craving for this balance between your logical and the illogical working, your wisdom and intellect. When I say illogical, that's basically your inner voice and your logical mind. So most of the times they vary. Okay, and divine feminine represents the energy section of your life, the spiritual section of your life. The matter or the body section, which is the male, which it depends the matter, the logics, the visible side of life. So try to have that balance in your life, because temperance is all about really not just controlling your temperament. It also goes beyond, because soul doesn't have a temperament. Okay, soul only knows one thing, that it is one with the divine, and it wants to get one with the divine. It's just that when we acquire this body, we do all sorts of tantrums. Okay, with our belief system, the kind of information and the intellect we have, we just go away from that divinity within. So please maintain that balance between your spiritual life and your materialistic life, your feminine side and your masculine side, um, your logical and illogical mind, your conscious and subconscious mind, your rights and wrongs, bads and goods, everything. Okay, whatever dualities you are into, um, base it on Ardhanarishwar. Okay, base it on the balance that you have to create in your life. So that's for Aries. Um, let's go ahead with Taurus. Taurus is earth sign. What do we have for Taurus? The judgment. Jyoti. Okay, so judgment is basically a new energetic chance that has been given to you. If you can see, it's all water, water. There's a Buddha figure here, and there's a ripple of water. So it is actually saying that, this again 2021 is offering you another portal of change. You have entered into that portal of change, portal of time, wherein you can recreate and rewrite your life. So are you ready for it? Because just like today you're born. Okay, so this Jyoti means you are actually getting into that source of light. Jyoti is light, right? And judgment is actually helping you to understand that you are nothing else than an energy packet. And today you start your life afresh with this Jyoti. Okay, so also Buddha represents the highest enlightenment, the consciousness. Okay, so that's a very following that the Buddhist teaching, which talks about really respecting life and a lot of such things. It actually says that your living has to be, you have to live like a human. Okay, so that's very important. And human means humanity, kindness, really being one with your soul and consciousness, and letting your soul guide you, because it's a second chance that you're getting in your life to redo what and recreate once again. So just be ready for it. Okay, it's a very good card, very very positive card, which says that soul is anyways flattering that I want to start again. Okay, just be ready in your consciousness, in your awareness, that you are starting afresh. So nothing of past should battle it. Okay, so after Aries and Taurus, we have Gemini, which is an air sign. Let's see, what do we have for Gemini? The star, Tara. This is called wish fulfillment. Your soul is actually telling you that just don't worry. Things are divinely being taken care of. It is in divine order. Things that have been chaotic for maybe they are being taken care of. So, do not attach anything negative with your desires. Okay, this card is a lot of hopefulness, spiritual evolution. It is not just materialistic fulfillment. It actually comes from that Tara. It comes from that divine connection that you have. So your soul is actually saying that I am ready to fulfill your wishes, but also do something from the angle of spiritual evolution. but it's overall a very feminine card, as well as it's a very positive card, which says your wish is my uh, your wish is my your order is my work to do. So I forgotten that thing, but the whole idea is soul is at your service to do anything possible for you, just that you connect to soul so that you can listen to it. So Tara is that. I don't know, somehow I'm also getting it, if at all it is possible for you to see stars, if that is visible from your place where of residence. Okay, so Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. Let's see, what do we have for Cancer? Wheel of Fortune. Wow, the things are turning in your favor. Times are changing astrologically. A lot of changes have already happened, and your divine timing has come. So nothing more to talk about it. It is also saying that karmic balance has already happened. If you can see, what attracts me a lot is not just the wheel and its structure, but the zero. Okay, it says that you've come back to that 0 point and now lead your life according to dharma. See, I have chosen this card because it has Vedic angle, not just the tarot angle, but it also talks about dharma. So dharma is the law, the way a human life should be lived. And obviously it is anyways guaranteeing the fact that if you have worked hard, you'll reap the benefit of that. If I mean, good, if you've done good causes, the effects are about to come. If you have done anything bad, the effects are coming. Overall, it's a very positive card for you. But dharma is one of those things that I believe you should really meditate on. Dharma is law, the way a human should be living life on this earth, and basically it has to be dharma. When dharma comes into picture, it actually says that your purpose of life should be your wheel of fortune, will lead to wheel of fortune. And 10 is anyways a number of change, restart, and a new beginning, completion of a phase. So overall it's basically a good card, but it is also asking you that now that the journey now that you're starting, it has to be based on dharma, so that you don't get caught up again into a karmic balancing kind of a situation. So it's a cause and effect kind of card, I would say. So these are some of those major soul lessons that you have to really ponder. So please take a couple of days to ponder over these Vedic cards and the meanings that you're getting. How does that apply? Really sit with it for 2, 3, 5 minutes and think about it. Give it a couple of days and then take actions based on it. All right, so now we have Leo, which is a fire sign. Let's see, what do we have for Leo? The Tower. A major change is coming in your way, Leo. You may not have expected it, but the divine is bringing it, and it may be a little chaotic. You may not like it, but be ready for that change, because it is for your good. It is going to bring a many things in your life in divine order. You will feel much balanced once the air gets cleared. Things will be shaken up, or would have already been shaken up. You are into that mid of that chaos, but this chaos is a divine chaos to bring out the divine order in your life. So just go with the flow. Do not resist any change. You may not have expected this, but this was necessary, and it was brought about by the union of soul and the divine in your life. So yes, your old thinking pattern will be challenged. Old responses, your old karmic patterns will be challenged, and you should make sure that now you should really change the way you respond, react, sense things, and how you conduct yourself in a particular situation. So it's breaking of the old to build the new. So overall, it's a good card, but yes, The process will be a little, because you would not have expected it, nor it will be an easy journey for you. So, okay. But yeah, it is a positive card over the, like, you'll really feel good once the air will be clear, that, oh wow, now I see who is who. Okay. All right, now comes Virgo, which is the earth sign. So what do we have for Virgos here? Vidushak, the Fool's card. So he is somebody who just wanders into the unknown areas and finds out, and finds, he's in the search of knowledge, and he gets into any place without any preconceived notion. This is a card which says that start your journey, take on that risk, acquire knowledge, trust the divine, and uh, it is also asking you that, to gain that knowledge, so that you can come out of that illusions of your life. It's important to be a fool, as innocent as a fool, who knows nothing but knows that divine exists, God exists, angels exist, and is being guided. But karma has to be created by the body itself. So Vidushak is that person who entertains others but doesn't know them. Is his actions are illogical. He wanders into any place. He doesn't have a place of his own. He's a wanderer, just like the soul. Soul is also a wanderer, right? It doesn't have its own dwelling till the time it takes a body, and it shifts the body after every death, right? So soul is as innocent as a fool. It is on its journey. So take on the risk, acquire knowledge, get to know your own self. It actually says that I am discovering my own self. Explore yourself rather than, being involved into petty issues of your life. Though how important they may be looking to you, they may appearing to you, but at this point of time, it's time to explore your highest potential rather than focusing on something else outside of you. Okay, so this was for Virgo. Now comes Libra. Libra is an air energy. Moon, Chandra. So, all right, Moon is all about intuition, divine feminine. It is about dreams. Pay specific attention to your dreams, your intuition, your inner voice. Uh, we just had a full moon. I'm sure at that point of time you might have had something that you would have felt a major change around that time. Everybody has felt, because a lot of astrological changes have happened. But moon, when you get moon, it is also a card of deception. It is, just check who is deceiving you, or maybe you are deceiving yourself. Okay, come out of that illusion, because moon also causes one side, moon talks about intuition and clarity. The other side, it also talks about deception in your environment. It can come from you cheating your own self, or somebody else. So it's a very deep card, and for finding that deception, either your dreams will help, or your silence during your nights. Make sure that you sit for somewhere around um, 15-20 minutes. Sit in your silence, just focusing at your heart center or your third eye, because moon also represents third eye. If you can see, there is a eye kind of a thing. I don't know, somehow, I mean, I just noted it. But yeah, so either at your heart center or your third eye, just sit for 15-20 minutes in the night before sleeping, to listen to your inner voice. Give that time for self, because that is the time wherein your intuition will start talking to you and will start deciphering various codes for your own self. Okay, that was deep. Okay, then comes, where were we? Libra. Now comes Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. Scorpio, you have Empress. Empress is a very powerful card because it is a card of, okay, literally if I talk about it, it's a card of creativity, pregnancy, marriage, long-term projects. If you are into creative field, a new idea and a very prosperous idea, it's a card of abundance. Um, that way, okay, but the whole idea is the Empress actually, she she supports Earth has this, ever reproducing tendency. It never lacks in trees, plants, and the life that it grows on Earth. So she's representing that Earth and that purity of generation and regeneration, and it's like continuous process of life and creativity. There is no death wall, death wall here. It's basically there's a sun here, there's no moon, okay. There's a sun, brightness is there, there's Om written on her womb. So that means the creativity, the ideas, the new life which you are now getting into is that of a lot of will have a lot of purity and abundance and prosperity. Just trust the Mother Earth. So Scorpio, you're a water sign, but this Empress is actually a Taurus. Okay, this represents Taurus, so Earth sign. It's an Earth sign. So I think you should really get grounded, feel that connection with ground. Go walk on the green grasses, or do some grounding meditation, or you can work on Earth Life Element meditation, which is there on my YouTube channel. After Scorpio, we have a fire sign, Sagittarius. Let's see, what do we have for you, Sagittarius? We have Wheel of Fortune, Dharma. We had this for the other signs also. So in case this has got repeated, so in case you get two Wheel of Fortune, that means Dharma and Fortune are very much co-linked for you, and your soul is craving for you to really walk on the path of law, Dharma, Karma, and a major change is coming in your life, which is a very positive change in terms of your materialistic life, earthly life, because only when we are in the pranic field, these planets affect us, or some wheel, or some changes in the astrological plane affects us. If you are spiritually evolved, then you transcend the effects of astrology or any other fortune telling things. So, dharma actually helps you to transcend that pranic field of yours. So, till the time you are into the pranic field, the astrological signs and the other things do matter, and also your fortunes are related. You do your life, and your life's fortune, luck, unluck, is dependent upon this wheel of which keeps turning. So it's a positive card which talks about ending of one phase and entering into the other, but also make dharma as your basis. Okay, this I don't know, this I did not talk about when previously I got it, but I believe I'm being reminded of this wheel as Sudarshan Chakra of Sri Krishna. I don't know how that corresponds to you. What do you understand by Sudarshan Chakra? It was a gift of Shivji to Vishnuji. So I don't know, somehow I'm reminded of that story. So and also Gita talks about dharma. It gave a completely new definition of dharma. So I believe all these, collect all these information, because it is in one video. It's very difficult for me to talk about dharma. It's a big long topic. I have a blog on dharma. So in case that resonates with you, please go ahead and read it on my website, mysteriousbox.co.in. Okay, now we have Capricorn, which is a earth sign. Capricorn, Makar Rashi, earth sign. Earth sign. My goodness, I think a lot of people's life is changing. Um, Look, after this corona period, Earth has healed itself and it has tried to purify itself because a lot of pollution had happened. I wouldn't go deep into that matter, but I did feel rivers cleansed up when there was lockdown, phase one, phase two. Air pollution was the rate was that level was too low. So things are definitely changing in your life. I don't know for you how zero plays a very important role. Let's see how in the next 10 days you work out. Um, I mean, very recently in past 10 days I have noted that this wheel of fortune from a lot of cards have repeated itself. So Capricorn, yes, wheel of fortune, which is a Jupiter sign, and Jupiter at the moment is in okay, according to Vedic astrology, it is in uh, Capricorn, and it is a Capricorn's. We are reading for Capricorn. Yeah, things are changing. Follow the dharma, the law of life. Um, I would also go ahead with one more card for you because there is this time I'm not getting the same message I was getting for the previous two signs. Let's see what is there for Capricorn once again. Oh, High Priestess. This is again a repetition, guys. Okay, your wheel of fortune will turn around when you follow, when you come out of the illusion, and that illusions like devils of your life, you open your third eye, and that is what is dharma all about. So it is always said that when you are at a cross purposes, um, it is always better to follow dharma and take decisions based on dharma, and that is when your soul, your shakti, your divine feminine within you will start killing the devils inside you and will help you to purify your life and let go of things that are not working out for you. All right, beautiful reading. Now we have Aquarius, which is air sign. Aquarians. Now what do we have for Aquarians? Okay, Aquarians, I guess your card has jumped out. It's a justice card, balancing card. It's a card of righteousness. It's a card of nyay. It's a card of karmic balance. If you are amid something that you feel unsatisfied with, I believe that balancing is happening, or might have happened, because yeah, it is happening because here normally in justice cards, the two balances are totally these two are balanced, but here it's totally imbalanced, and it's a Libra sign. I think something has to do with your relationship. If you are into, if you're already married, I believe you are balancing a karma with this person, and at this point of time you're toppled. And in case you're not married, that this you will be able to attract your person only when you balance this karma. So this, at this point of time, these two are not balanced, and I also see a sort of blast here. So justice is a Saturn card, I mean, generally, I'm saying it's a Saturn's work of bringing justice to the world, but it's a Libra card, and yeah. So I think a lot to do with your balancing, Aquarius. Lot to do with it, and also there's a this female is having uh, yeah, so female hand, so something to do with a female partner of yours, or and in case you are a female, then with I mean, with somebody who has more of emotional angle, intuitive angle, maybe a male. So see what resonates with you, because it is giving me a mixed symbols that way, but it is at the moment your karma isn't balanced, and it will first get balanced before you get into relationship. But it is definitely a relationship thing. Also, in case you are into some legal matters, at this point of time things are toppled. Justice will be done. In case you have your causes are fine, you'll be paid fine. If you are if your causes haven't been good, you will be paid that way. So cause and effect is also playing here, because ultimately justice is Saturn's work, nyaya. Okay, and it doesn't give a very good image here. Normally, Justice card is said to be a very positive card, one of the major arcanas, which brings about a lot of karmic balance. But here in this card, um, justice hasn't been achieved up till now, so karmic balance hasn't happened. So maybe you are amid that struggle. So all the best. Now we have Pisceans. So what do we have for Pisces? Pisceans, what do we have for you? Piscean, you are a water sign. The Hanged Man, Tyag. So, Hanged Man is somebody who sees things from to bring out. He's a perfect. This is a perfect card which talks about seeing things from a higher perspective, a better perspective. And gaining that knowledge and that physical balance. So I think something to do with yoga is also there, to gain that knowledge. I think the kind of balance you'll set up once you do that physical exercise, you will be in a position to give up what is tyag, right? So give up what is not serving you, and you'll acquire that higher perspective. So this is also a card of meditation. So get into that meditative mode to find answers for your own self. Somewhere down, I definitely feel that there is some sacrifice, maybe of some of your desires, that you'll have to let go. At times, we simply don't want to let go of the desire of punishing somebody. Yeah, so see things from the divine perspective. Forgiveness is very important. It's a gift you can give to anybody and just free yourself, whether that person gets free or not, but you get free. Okay, so yeah, higher perspective. So that is your reading for the signs that you're into: sun, moon, ascendant, and Venus. Now I'm going to pull 4 cards, each for first for water, air, earth, I'll show you the cards, and fire. Oops. Earth, for you it's very important to stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So speaking out is very important. That what you think. If you want to say yes, say yes. Don't say no. If you want to say no, have that strength in your own self to say no. So your voice of truth is very important, because that is what is going to bring you a lot of clarity in terms of exploring your life and the next move of your life. So purpose of life basically. So just release your fears with what the ones that are not serving you anymore. Water, intervention and purpose again. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So nothing else. We are all born to fulfill this one purpose in life, which is called happiness, achieving that happiness and getting out of the miseries of life. And that will never happen if you are not walking the path of your purpose, the purpose for which the soul has acquired this body. So every crucial moment that you face in your life, every problem that you face in your life, is actually asking you to bring about that small change in your life, so that you can walk the path of your purpose. Maybe at this point of time you are into some chaotic mindset. Find out what is it, because that's because of the divine intervention, and divine is trying to tell you that learn your lessons and get out of it, and there's a purpose waiting for you. So and that will also help you to find out your purpose. So what is the whole idea is, rather than finding a way out of your problem, it's better to find out why are you in this problem and what you should do so that you do not attract this problem again. Do you get it? And then make those necessary changes. So that's for earth, that's for water. Air, sacred self. Something with intuition is here, sweethearts. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. It's more of a your higher self. It's a card which talks about listening to your inner voice, letting yourself be free. Most of the times, in we are not able to forgive people. We just want to mourn over petty things of our life. This happened, that happened, this can't happen, that can't happen, my karma, that karma, because of him, because of her. So it's very important to unleash your spirit, because you're killing your soul, you're killing your spirit, which wants you to really shine and fly. If you can see, there's a bird here, there's a half moon at her third eye, which is saying that you're free, your soul is free to manifest at any point of time. So just unleash that, remove that burden from your soul, release and open yourself, do some bit of meditation that can open your third eye and your heart chakra both, because she's actually talking about in it, the two signs that I can see in terms of chakras. So connect back to your sacred self, the original you. That was for air sign. Fire, phases and cycle. Okay. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Okay, crow. Normally, we feed in India. We feed crow on our, on the days of somebody who would have died, right? To as part of our Shraddhanjali, basically, to appease the soul of the deceased. So she's actually saying, Freya, she's actually saying that there is a beginning after every ending, or within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So here, death and moon is also there, crow is also there. So there is some bit of darkness. Moon comes in the night. You can see moon, whether it is full moon or half moon or whatever, you can see only in the night. So within the night you can see moon, which is divine feminine, which is intuition, which is dream, which is guidance, which is a light in the darkness. Okay, and that is what helps you to cross the darkness of the night if you're in the forest or whatever. I'm just giving you an analogy to understand that. So here it's a phase, a cycle. Moon also goes through a cycle of full moon and no moon. Okay, Purnima and Amavasya. So have that patience. Things, release things. It's a kind of a warning. Okay, it's a kind of a really heavy card with a positive message that every death or every change or every loss you have had or any bad luck that you would have faced up till now was actually asking you to release a part of you that was not serving you any good. Okay, so illusions is very maya, it's death is actually beyond that. So life and death are the two truths that we live on to. So get out of this illusion and maya. So I normally ask myself before taking any major decisions of my life, that when I am on my deathbed, will I be regretting this particular decision, howsoever small and big that decision be? But will I regret when I would be at my deathbed or at the end of my lives? So if I will not regret then I will go ahead with that decision today. If I would feel I shouldn't have done it, it was childish, it was just a kind of a heat of the moment, or maybe I would not go ahead with it, with that decision today. So that helps you to come out of that illusion, temptations, that emotional attachments, and helps you to walk the path of dharma and purpose. So yeah, so that's for the fire sign. Very well. I hope you like this reading. It was really heavy. I can feel that heavy energy. Thank you so much for patiently watching this video and walking this path with me. It was a new experiment I was doing with you, though it is a very normal thing that I've been doing to my own self, and I have really found it very helpful to me. Hope it helps you out. Hope that it gives you a kind of a lot of clarity in terms of your spiritual evolution. Do post your comments, do share this video with your friends and family. Bye bye, take care. I'll see you in the next video.